All right, this is Precalculus chapter 6.2, the unit circle approach. Very important lesson. Let's get started. Okay, let's take a look at number 14. So they give you guys the point on the unit circle, which means that x is going to equal to 1/2 and y is going to equal to negative square root 3 over 2. And since this is on the unit circle, radius has to equal to 1. First of all, look at the sine theta. Negative square root 3 over 2. For cosine theta, 1 over 2. For tangent, negative square root 3. Cosecant theta is going to be just the reciprocal of sine theta. So we have 2 over negative square root 3. Okay, so we can multiply by square root 3 over square root 3 to rationalize it. So you're going to get 2 square root 3 over negative 3. For secant theta, it's going to be r over x. But easier to do is to just go ahead and flip the fraction of the cosine theta, 1/2. Just go ahead and flip that, so it becomes 2 over 1, so it's 2. Cotangent theta, you just go ahead and flip the fraction. So knowing that this is negative square root 3 over 1, flip it. That will be 1 over negative square root 3. If you rationalize it, multiply by rad 3 over rad 3, you're actually going to get your answer as square root 3 over negative 3. Okay, let's check on number 20. So they give you a point on the unit circle, knowing that your negative rad 5 over 3 is going to be your x value, and negative 2 over 3 is going to be your y value. Okay, so we're going to use these informations to find out the sine theta first. Negative 2 over 3. For cosine theta, so it's going to be negative rad 5 over 3. For tangent theta, you're going to use y over x. So 2 rad 5 over 5. For the cotangent, we can just go ahead and write square root of 5 over 2. And let's go ahead and do the cosecant, 3 over negative 2. Okay, go ahead and flip this one to get the secant. So you have 3 over negative square root of 5 multiplied by rad 5 over rad 5. Secant theta is going to be 3 rad 5 over negative 5. Okay, let's check on number 24. So 7 pi over 2, you multiply by 180 over pi.
630. Okay, so 630 degrees, if you go one full circle, okay, that's fine enough. So because you subtract 360, you're still going to get 270. Okay, so you have to go the second rotation counterclockwise to 270.
And you are going to find out that your terminal side is going to be exactly on the negative y-axis. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and label. So it's going to be 0, comma, negative 1. Cotangent is x over y. And put 0 over negative 1. It's going to be 0, and that's going to be your answer.
Number 30. This time we have negative 3 pi. Okay, so negative 3 pi, if you just go ahead and convert it to degrees, you multiply by 180 degrees over pi, you're going to see that this is, you're able to cancel out the pi's.
And negative 540. Let's go one full circle. Let's go second rotation clockwise. This is going to be negative 1, comma, 0. That tangent is y over x. So you have 0 over negative 1. It's going to equal to 0. Okay, let's take a look at number 48. So we got 5 pi over 6, and I want to convert that to degrees. That's going to be 150 degrees. So we know that the reference angle equal to 30 degrees.
Which y equals to 1, x equals to, well, it's on the negative x-axis. So it's going to be negative square root of 3, and the ratio is going to be, so sine theta, y over r. Okay, we know that y is 1, r is 2. So y over r is going to be 1 over 2. So cosine is x over r, and x is negative rad 3. So I'm going to put negative rad 3, and r is 2, so over 2. For tangent is going to be y over x. Y is 1, and x is negative rad 3. Okay, so we're going to put 1 over negative rad 3. You have to rationalize it, multiply rad 3 over rad 3. So this is going to become rad 3 over negative 3. Now let's take a look at the cosecant. Let's get this out of here. So cosecant is going to be just flipping the fraction. It's easy, 2 over 1, so it's just going to equal to 2. For secant, flip the fraction, you're going to get 2 over negative rad 3. So go ahead and multiply by rad 3 over rad 3. So you're going to get 2 rad 3 over negative 3. Okay, so for the cotangent, if you flip it, you have to rationalize this, so I'd rather do something else. Knowing that this is going to be x over y, x is negative rad 3, y is 1. So it's basically just negative rad 3 divided by 1, so your cotangent theta is going to be negative rad 3.
Okay, this is number 52. So we're giving with the radians. I want you guys to convert to degrees, which is going to be 495 degrees. And I'm going to focus on the reference angle. Theta prime is going to be 45 degrees.
So which means that you label all three sides. X is going to equal to negative 1, and y is going to equal to 1, and r is going to equal to positive square root. Sine theta is going to be 1 over r, which is going to be 1 over square root 2. If you rationalize it, this is going to be square root 2 over 2. So for cosine theta, this is going to be x over r, which is going to be negative 1 over square root 2. If you rationalize it, multiply by rad 2 over rad 2, this is going to be negative square root 2 over 2. For tangent, you have y over x, so it's going to be 1 over negative 1. Okay, you can rewrite it as negative 1. Okay, so for cosecant, you have r over y, right? So you have square root 2 over 1. So you can rewrite that as square root 2. For secant, it's going to be r over x. So that's going to be square root 2 over negative 1. So let's rewrite this as negative square root 2. For cotangent, it's going to be x over y. So you have negative 1 over 1. So rewrite that as negative 1.
Okay, let's take a look at number 56. This is already in degrees. It's a good thing. Your reference angle, it's going to be 30 degrees.
So y is going to equal to 1. Your x is going to equal to square root 3. And r is equal to sine theta is y over r. So that's going to be 1 over 2. Okay, so for the cosine theta is going to be x, which is rad 3 over r, which is 2. Okay, for tangent, you're going to have y over x. So it's going to be 1 over rad 3. Rationalize it. This is going to become rad 3 over 3. Okay, so for the cosecant, just flip the fraction. So that's going to be 2 over 1. That's going to equal to 2. For secant, it's going to be 2 over rad 3. Go and multiply by rad 3 over rad 3. Save the space. So it's going to be 2 square root 3 over 3 after you rationalize it. For cotangent, I know that I don't need to rationalize if I just use x over y. So x is radical 3 and y is 1. Okay, so this is going to be just rad 3.
Okay, so this is number 58. So this is going to be negative 60 degrees. Reference angle, it's going to be 60 degrees.
X is going to equal to 1, and then let me erase this. And y is going to equal to negative square root 3, and r is going to equal to sine theta is going to be negative square root 3 over 2. For cosine theta, it's going to be 1 half. For tangent, it's going to be negative square root 3 over 1, so I'm just going to go ahead and write negative square root 3. For cosecant, you're going to flip this fraction and then rationalize it, so you're going to get 2 square root 3 over negative 3. For secant, flip the 1 half, so that's 2 over 1, so it's just going to equal to 2. And for this one, we know that it was negative square root 3 over 1. Flip it, rationalize it, you're going to get square root of 3 over negative 3.
Okay, let's take a look at number 64. We're going to convert this to negative 390 degrees. Or reference angle equals to 30 degrees.
Y equals to negative 1. X is going to equal to square root of 3. And radius is going to be sine theta. It's going to be y over r. So it's going to be negative 1 over 2. That one's pretty easy. So x is equal to rad 3. Okay, so x over r is going to be your cosine theta. So rad 3 over 2. Okay, for tangent theta, you're going to have to use y over x, which is negative 1 over radical 3. So multiply by rad 3 over rad 3 to rationalize it. This is going to become negative rad 3 over 3. Secant theta, just go ahead and flip the fraction. This one is going to give you negative 2. And secant, go ahead and flip the fraction and rationalize it. You're going to get 2 rad 3 over 3. Okay, for cotangent, knowing that this is going to be x over y, so negative 3, rad 3 over negative 1, so it's going to be negative rad 3.
All right, have a good one. Peace out.